Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm 7.3 guy, but you guys can call me Trevor. So today I have the Canik TP9 SF Elite with a TLR7 and a threaded barrel. Today I went to the range and fired about 100 rounds through it. This is by far my most favorite pistol that I have. It just feels really good in the hand. It's very well balanced. And it's just an all-around decent firearm at a very good price point compared to all the other models that are competitive to this. So today I'm going to show you guys how to take this thing down and do a field clean. I'm not going to do an in-depth cleaning. I only fired 100 rounds through it. I do plan on taking this back to the range during this week. So I'm just going to do a field cleaning. So let's get started. Before we begin, we need to make sure that this firearm is in a safe position. We are big on safety. You practice safety at home, you practice safety on the range. So, if you guys can inspect the barrel, I do not have a round in the chamber, so we have now deemed this firearm as safe. And forgive me guys, but if you hear some jingling or cooing in the background, I do have my 4-month-old daughter in my office with me. So, just making sure you guys are aware. So first, you push the slide back just a little bit. You press these and pull the trigger. So that's how you take down your firearm. And how we take down the slide. Right here we have our buffer spring. You push this buffer spring forward. A little bit more. It's not very hard, not a lot of pressure. You remove your buffer spring. And then take down the slide. I need to undo my threads on my barrel so I can remove the slide. Or not the threads, but the thread cap. There we go. You have to remove that because it will not fit through the barrel hole in the slide. You push the barrel in right here with your index finger, push it up, and then use your other hand to help push it through the slide. Very easy. So that's how we do a field strip for the Canik TP9. Whoops, did not mean to do that. So right here, we have our polymer frame. Okay, let's begin to clean. So I did 6 years in the Army and National Guard, and when I cleaned my M4 or my M9, I always used an old sock. I've just found that is the best way to clean your weapon system. So I have an old service sock that I've had in my cleaning kit here for, I don't know, 6 years while I was in the military, 4 years while I was a civilian, so almost 10 years I've had this thing. You can tell it's all beaten up and raggedy. I also have a second one over there. So I don't have any CLP with me today. I actually ran out, so I have some on order. So today we're going to use this REM oil to clean and lubricate this firearm. I also don't have a weapons cleaning mat yet. I do have one on order. It should be here today or tomorrow. So right now I'm using a microfiber towel to protect my desk from getting any oil or scratches or indents in my desk. So first I'm just going to clean my buffer spring. Okay. Take my sock. And I'm wearing gloves to protect my hands from chemicals. You know, a lot of guys probably don't, but I'm just trying to protect myself from getting cancer or whatever. I'm sure there's something on this that says in California that this causes cancer. So that's all the farther I'm taking that. Not gonna take it apart, not gonna take the spring off. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing for the barrel. And then when I put this back together, I'm gonna put a coating of this lubricant on everything. That just helps protect it and keeps everything from rusting and carbon buildup on your internals. And I will use a bore snake to clean the barrel on this. Always keep some Q-tips or pipe cleaners in your cleaning kit. They are the bee's knees. Pipe cleaner here anymore. I do not. Oh, yes, I do. They're pipe cleaner. Most of this stuff is from the military. There we go. So the exterior portion of this barrel is now clean. Like I said, I will run a bore snake through that to ensure that it is clean. And for this, I'm going to use a nylon toothbrush. These are pretty cheap. I'm not going to put a SKU number for this or anything because I actually had this ever since I was in the military. So I guess you can thank Uncle Sam or your tax dollars for letting me have this. So thank you guys. I appreciate you. We are getting some carbon. I was using cheap ammo. I was using Remington 115 grain 9mm rounds, and they're not the best. But you know what? For a range day, to have a little bit of fun or get familiar with your firearm, they're not bad. Like I said, I'm not doing a deep clean on this. To do a deep clean, you'd want to remove the firing pin from here, and I'm not going to do that today because I am going to be taking this firearm to the range again this week. So just doing a quick cleaning just to kind of protect the firearm from carbon building up and doing any damage. And I will put the video from today's range on the end of this video so you can see about a 15 round mag going through. Sorry, just a If you guys have any cleaning tips, feel free to drop them in the comment section. I'm satisfied with how clean the inside of the slide is. I'm just going to do a quick wipe down and a little brush on the outside portion of the slide. Use my old sock. Okay. I think I have some dirt built up in these serrations. See if I can use the pipe cleaner to get them. Yep. Just from carrying it, I assume. All right, I'm content with that. Just doing another quick wipe down. I'm gonna wipe up on the serrations, try to keep any more dirt getting packed into those serrations. All right, we're back. So, like I said, I'm satisfied with how clean the slide is right now. I know I could do a little bit better job, but like I said, I am going to the range later on this week, so not doing a deep clean. Okay. Here we go. Now we have the polymer frame. Like I did previously, just going to put a little bit of coating of this penetrating oil made by Remington. Going to do a quick, just try not to knock this spring out. I don't know how easy it is to do, but it's just something to be aware of, especially when cleaning your firearm. And I'll use a Q-tip to get inside here. All right, just had to clean the camera lens off a little bit. I must have touched it. I remember when I was in the Army, if we had a really, really crappy range day, like I'm talking about, it's raining, soaping wet, muddy, we used to take our M4s and use foaming shaving cream and spray it inside everywhere. And that foaming shaving cream would lift the dirt from all the crevices that our tools couldn't reach. I just thought that was interesting, something interesting to share with you guys. Okay. So I'm just going to clean the frame as well. Just going to do a quick brush down. And then I'll use a wipe to clean up, a degreasing wipe to clean up all the grease from on the polymer frame. Oh, just turned my light on. There we go. So now our frame is nice and clean. Gonna run my bore snake through my barrel. Now this is a 5.56 bore snake. I don't have one for a 9mm yet, but it will work just fine. And I was always taught to go in the direction of your rifling so you don't destroy the rifling. I know there's videos out there of people going against the rifling, but I've just always been taught to go with the rifling. I just run it through a couple times because, like I said, that is a 5.56 bore snake. So I know it's probably not cleaning it as best as it can, but if you take a look inside the barrel, it now looks pretty clean inside the barrel. Okay, so the barrel's nice and clean now. Time to put everything back together and do a functions check. So I'm now satisfied with the field cleaning of this firearm. Like I said, I'm not going to do a deep clean today because it is going back to the range this week. So that being said, let's go ahead and put it back together and do a functions check. So the process of putting everything back together is basically reversal of how you took it apart. Very simple. You take your barrel and you put it into your bottom hole if your slide is upside down. It would be the top hole if your slide is right side up. So the bottom hole of your slide, if it's upside down, stick it in, use your opposing hand to push it back into place, it will lock. As I was saying, you have these two serrations. Your buffer spring is going to go into the bottom serration with the semicircle that's cut into it. You push it in. Oh, there we go. Ensure it's seated. Just use your thumb on your opposing hand to push it in, rock it back and forth, ensure that it is seated. So, since you have it this far, I'm going to go ahead and put my thread cap back on. You're going to hear my daughter in the background. So, thread cap back on. Got it to where it's tight. Just do one more small turn on it just to make sure it doesn't fall off while I'm firing. So how we attach the slide back onto the frame, you see these metal pins right here. You're going to put them in these notches right here. So line it up with the notches, okay? And after that, you pull your slide into place. And that is how you put your slide back on your Canik TP9 SF Elite. So do a quick functions check. Pull the slide back, slight trigger squeeze. Okay, then do not let go of the trigger. Rack the slide again. That resets the firing pin. And you hear the sear reset. That is how you do a function check. Just make sure slide is operational. Okay, so that is how you do a field clean on a Canik TP9 SF Elite. Well, that concludes this video. If you guys like this content, please feel free to subscribe and like the video. If there's anything that I can make improvements on or anything I can make changes to, or if I misspoke on any of the steps that I took today, please feel free to drop those improvements in the comment section because I'm looking to improve every day. So that being said, thank you guys for sticking around to this part of the video. I appreciate every single one of you. Have a fantastic day. Stay blessed.